This is how Vivaldi describes summer. Under the harsh season, ignited by the sun, man and flock languish, and the pine burns. The cuckoo offers his voice, and soon heard the young turtle-dove and goldfinch sing.
In these wonderful pieces, Vivaldi gives us a series of musical snapshots of the Italian countryside throughout the year. It's one of the first examples of program music, music that's descriptive or aims to tell a story.
Here, summer is brought alive with birdsong. Listen out for the cuckoo.
To me, Vivaldi's music seems to sum up Venice. Drama, elegance, grandeur. It's always been incredibly wealthy. The evidence for that is all around me. It's also always been high on the tourist agenda. It was a haven for the arts, funded by the church, rich private patrons and well-heeled tourists. Artists such as Canaletto worked here, and there wasn't a city anywhere in the world to match Venice for its music. Before Vivaldi, composers like the Gabrielis, Schutz, Monteverdi were the big names in town. The whole place was alive with music. It echoed from the churches, opera houses, palaces, even the squares. Cue the Red Priest.
Vivaldi was born in March 1678. He was christened at this church, San Giovanni, and although he did travel widely throughout Italy and further afield, he spent most of his life in this fabulous city.
Vivaldi's father was a professional violinist who played at St. Mark's. Vivaldi Jr., Antonio, showed great promise on the violin, but he didn't make music his first career. In 1693, aged just 15, he began training to become a priest. After 10 years training, Vivaldi was ordained priest. Just 1 year later, he gave up saying Mass, saying that the incense affected his asthma. Whatever the reason, by now he was a fine musician, and in 1703 he was appointed Master of Violin at the Ospedale della Pietà. The Ospedale della Pietà, Hospital of Mercy, was much less hospital, more a drop-off point for illegitimate children, if you like. They were literally shoved through a hole in the wall. But here the young girl orphans received a superb musical education, subsidised by their rich, guilt-ridden fathers. Vivaldi was just one of many famous Venetian musicians who taught at the city's orphanages. The jobs were well paid and it gave them plenty of time off to pursue their own careers. Life at the Prt2 suited Vivaldi greatly. It gave him fantastic opportunities to write and perform his own music. Vivaldi was a brilliant teacher, and before long the authorities at the Prt2 realised that the orchestra was a bit of a money spinner. Cash and prestige soon followed as the concerts made their way onto the social calendar and the orchestra's reputation spread right across Europe. So, what is it about his nickname, the Red Priest? Yeah, it's obvious, I can hear you say. He was a priest, he had red hair. I suspect it had something to do with his fiery temperament. He was always in trouble with his bosses. There was the odd whiff of scandal, most notably when a young female singer and her sister moved in with him. He was a Catholic priest, after all. "They're only here to nurse me," he wheezed. Not everyone agreed, as you can imagine. But despite all this, he was a huge asset to the Prt2. And within time, he was teaching composing as well.